Alrighty, I'm on the road into Bramwell. I'm actually coming through the backside, or what I call the backside. It's down as if you're coming through from Pocahontas. It's really, I love coming in this way. It just seems to be, it just opens up and it's just a gorgeous town as you're fixing to see. Up here on the left in just a minute, you'll see an old swinging bridge. It's rusted out and seen better days, and it's right about now. You should be able to get a little bit of a glimpse of that. It's kind of neat to see these old structures, and there's a couple. Bramwell's not as bad for it as other towns, but they're still up here on the right. You'll see a few abandoned houses from back in its heyday. And I apologize for my voice. It's just a disaster again. I'd had it healed up, and I don't know what happened. Cold weather or something knocked me back down. I had a speaking engagement in Bluefield, Virginia today, and oh my gosh, it was all I could do to finish. I'm so dry-mouthed between a little bit of nerves and a little bit of antihistamines. Pretty rough day, but anyway, here's another swinging bridge. It's more better shape here, and Spencer Bridge. We're going into town. Everybody loves Bramwell. I'm telling, that should be their town motto. If they want to steal that, they're more than welcome to have it, because I don't know anyone who's ever set foot in this town that doesn't love it. And there's one of the older houses right now. And one of the reasons is because it was one time that the United States had the highest per capita of millionaires. Right up here to the right, you'll see, we just passed the church, but right on the right there, you'll see the bank, the old Bank of Brammo. And you'll notice a lot of these structures were built from the bluestone that's very prominent around here, and a lot of, they had some Italian stonemasons around here that helped build those things. And you can see their handiwork is still in existence. And this is probably, of all the coal towns, this one's held up better than just about anywhere else. Probably better than anywhere else. It's just a nice, super town still. There's the old town hall. Fire department. I'm heading back out of town, and I'll cut back to a video going through the other side and a few more other things, but I want to give you a little look of what it's like to drive in through that side, coming into Bramwell from Pocahontas. Up through here, it gets out to the road, and you head back into Mercer County. But I'll stop it right now because we're getting out of not too many things of note here along the way. Seeing a few, there's no church. Appears to be abandoned. That, you can see up ahead, you're getting on Route 52 heading up to Welch. If you go northernly, and if you go the other way, you're going to Bluefield. Just right up ahead. You see cars pass over, possibly even. It's right here in this bridge. Anyway, I'll see you in just a second. As this, by the magic of editing, I'll cut back to another video. Now I'm back here. I'm in Bramwell at the Oak Hill Cemetery. It's one of these older cemeteries that are so prevalent in this area. Looks very similar to a mini version of the one they have in Pocahontas. Really neat to see. There's like an old headstone like this one. This one's fenced in. Looks like the fence is starting to fall apart a little bit. It's really peaceful and quiet up here, and I guess you could say a little spooky and eerie if you're into that kind of thing. I'll get on the road and show you some other shots of the area, but I thought this would be one of interest. It's a road view. You can see a little bit of the Oak Hill Cemetery, and we're heading down in through here. A little more of the neighborhood area. You'll see this is the other side of Route 52 coming back into Bramwell. By the way, if you call it Bramwell, you're not saying it right according to locals from what I've been told, and I think I've made that mistake myself a time or two. There's a road sign on the right to get back onto Route 52. Little Church of Christ building up here. TV resort. There's a shot of the old abandoned church on here on the left. Something fall in and another building, which I'm not sure of what its purpose was for at one point. Hopefully somebody will know and will mention that in the comments. I appreciate your help. I do these things and knowing full well that a lot of people know a lot more about this area than I do, and they can fill in the blanks or correct me when I make mistakes. So they are appreciated. Unless they include profanity, and I don't appreciate them as much, but that's okay. That's life. My voice is leaving again. There's the fire department and the town hall. To the best of my knowledge, that's the oldest building in Bramwell still. There was a major fire. Well, here's the railroad center. It's a railroad depot, and it's a museum, gift shop, and visitor center, and I've still got a lot of cool stuff here. I'll probably stop and do a live video there in just a second, but here's in front of us on the right with the green roof is the Cooper House, and it has the copper roof that's turned green from the patina that happens over time. Back to the downtown area. Should give us a good view of the church here in a minute, and the bank. The Bank of Bramwell is right up here in front of us. And a lot of the bigwigs from Pocahontas Fuel built this town and lived here. Particular Isaac T. Mann, I.T. Mann, or of the town that's named after him is called Itman. And here is the church. It's the Bramwell Presbyterian Church that, as mentioned before, built of local bluestone. Apologize again. We're back on the hills, more houses. So I'll cut away and come back. We'll go down through back street and see some more of the homes. But first, another look at the backside of the Cooper House. Okay, we'll crank the video up again. We'll go down these side streets here and see what else Bramwell has to offer. And again, a lot of these homes were occupied at one time by what they refer to as coal barons from the Pocahontas Fuel Company, for the most part, were filled a lot of these homes. They do home tours in spring and near Christmas. I've been to the spring one, and I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's anybody that goes, you go into the side of these homes. They're just so well kept, and just everyone's so friendly, and they welcome you in, and they do that for charity, which I think is just amazing. It's such a great privilege to get to see these homes. So if anybody from Bramwell sees this, I thank you so much for allowing us to darken your doors. I'm going to try to go to this Kate Hewitt Bridge and see what happens, because last time I was here, they're working on it, and it was not even accessible, so. Well, hot dog opened up a whole new world for me. You can see another older home here on the left. An older church on the hill. It's abandoned apparently. Another house on the hill. Gazebo here, and what looks like some kind of burnout building. I'll go ahead and get ready to turn around. I think this might actually, though, keep on going. I might end up going by the old Brammo High School. I know a lot of people would like to see that. bit more to this town than you give it credit for. So we're across the water right now, the river, and see in the backside, you can see the church over there. I mean the bank, I should say. No, that's the church, I'm sorry. Actually did not lead to the high school. I know where I'm at now. Anyway. We'll get there. We'll get to the school. Just quite interesting. Again, that's the break of Bramwell. I'm not sure what it is now, if it's even used. And here's the corner shop where I intend to eat. Hopefully they'll still be open when I'm done. There's some really good hamburgers and ice cream and that type of thing. This one, if I'm not mistaken, will cross this bridge and then head to the old Bramwell High School. Obviously this is going to be a lot longer video than normal, but this, believe me, and I'm sure you'll agree probably, this is well worth it. This you don't get a chance to get to this town very often. I certainly don't. I absolutely love it. Treasure every minute I get down here. I'd love to, one day if my ship came in, I will buy a house here. There's the old church top. I missed my guess. This is the old high school up here on the top. To the right. What's one of the greatest? They have one of the greatest nicknames. I'm actually working on a post about nicknames, and there's some houses on the hill. One of the greatest nicknames for a sports mascot, the Bramwell Millionaires. They had some really good sports teams in their day. There's a look at that, and apparently, it's not deceiving me, it's for sale. Be interesting to buy yourself a high school. This ends up being dumping out into Route 52, and there's Elizabeth Bowen Jones Methodist Church on the hill. So I'll stop this and go back into town. As I said, this will be one of my longer videos, so gotta take a bathroom break or come back, whatever you gotta do. But anyway, I'll see you here just very shortly in one split second like now. And here we're starting off here at this sign, the Bramwell sign, at the railroad depot, the old train station, if you will. I like how they still have the sign up as if trains might still be arriving. References to Simmons Hill, which no relation that I know of. Montcalm Rock. And they've got an older, certainly not in use, piece of the train docked here at the station. You can see the downtown area. And here's the actual train station itself, which has been converted into a museum and visitor center. Got a lot of interesting things inside, and of course, as usual, I'll get here after it's closed, but that's okay. Been here many times. Very familiar with this town. A lot of coal history, railroad history, anything you could hope for. And I'm going to go ahead and take a walk. Let y'all come with me on this one. It is a cold March day. Had somebody complain in one of my other videos, it's always raining and gloomy when I'm out on these videos. I hadn't thought about it, but it's the truth. I guess it's 'tis the season, so I can't really control that, unfortunately. Got some information on these little plaques about the coal fields and the Coal Heritage Trail. Hopefully they'll correct me if I'm wrong. I've read a sign here before that that's the oldest building still standing, at least a commercial building in Brammo. It's the town hall, and it was built sometime in the 1800s. I want to say 1895-ish. And here's the downtown area that, once again, it burned early in the 20th century and had to be rebuilt. Several buildings were lost. Here in the background, a lot of motorcycle ATV action here these days. It's where a lot of their tourism comes from. And there's the Cooper house, getting closer to it. Look downtown, and I'll cross the road and hopefully I don't get splatted on the way. A lot of neat things to see down here. The first things you come up on is this ode to the old Bramwell High School, home of the Millionaires. As you hopefully can see in the back, they're the state champions in 1971. Had some really strong basketball teams, state runners up. Got some old pictures and memorabilia. Hopefully you can see on that little basketball, Bramwell Millionaires. Got a little fake money laying around. It's really cool. And all these trophies they won. Real throwback to a different era. Of course, there in the distance is the Bank of Bramwell. At one point, if I'm not mistaken, IT man who ran the Pocahontas Fuel Company was also the bank president there too. I think I have that fact straight. Again, there's a lot of historians of Bramwell who know a lot more about it than I do, so I'm sure they will input and clarify for us, hopefully. Any misinformation or forgotten, just the post office. This town was built to last, as you can tell. The Main Street Eatery and Catering. And the sign ahead says, named Best Milkshakes in West Virginia, the Corner Shop Diner, and I will be checking that out and verifying for you. So there we are, another look from the bank into the Presbyterian Church. The little storefront. And the road ahead, you can see made out of brick. A lot of the nicer homes are on the hill as well in the background. And right across the road, here's the Masonic Temple. And right there's a black cat who is not too thrilled with me being here. So hopefully it won't cross my path. I don't need any more bad luck today. And here we go with, that's the Perry house, it says right there. So a lot of beautiful houses. I'm gonna go ahead and grab something to eat. I'll see you again. One last little look through the town here. The Bramwell Presbyterian Church. It's just such a well laid out church. It's hard not to get a good close up of it and feel good about yourself. I've been inside and it's just as beautiful on the inside as it is on the out. It's usually where they meet for those home tours I was telling you about. Meet inside there and then start work your way through town. To make my way back to the car, I gotta get on the road. I'm running out of daylight, unfortunately. As always, leaving a little short-handed. I thought you might want to look, see a couple different little angles. On the way out. Look at the Cooper house. It's pretty well treed in. Kind of hard to get a good look at it. Shot of the front of the home. Give you a little taste of that, and then we'll wrap this video up here in just a second. Hey guys, Shane Simmons back again. We'll wrap this video up. Just came from the corner shop, and yeah, the milkshakes are legit. Give a shout out to Austin, who was working there, who did a great job, by the way. And anyway, had a great trip, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and all the other stuff I usually say. Appreciate it more than you'll ever know. Thanks.